Hi guys, this is Bernadette. I gotta get with you guys, talk with you a little bit. Hold on for a second. Let me do something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Let me turn it down a little bit. Okay, guys, this is for our group. This is what we need to do, our little training. Some things I want to tell you about to help you get started. Those of you I'm talking to, you haven't started yet, you haven't signed up. I would like to inform you of some things that's going on to help you get acclimated with the company. Find out more about it. I know we're all busy and we got things going on. Some of us got kids and schedules and life is still happening around us. But you got to take that time out and invest in yourself. When you're talking about making a change, you got to make radical changes. Old habits die hard, and it's easy to get to the habit of pushing things back, saying that, okay, I'm gonna get to it, I'm gonna get to it, I'm gonna get to it. You know what? You never really get to it. So the first thing you gotta learn how to do is manage your time properly. You gotta learn how to prioritize and make things happen. You gotta learn how to set goals, and I call them activity goals. Write it down, start your day, write your whole day out. And you'll find that you have a lot of time to do a lot of things that are more productive than just flying by the seat of your pants for the rest of the day. Some of us just get up, we're running, we haven't really sat down and say, okay, I got to do this, and that, or whatever. Or some of us is really slow getting off into our day, and you're trying to get stuff done, and before you know it, 4 or 5 o'clock in the day, and there's nothing happening. So in other words, you're wasting your time. So we're going to talk about time management essentials today, because coming into this business, you're going to really have to know how to manage your time properly, okay? Okay, so that's first thing first. I'm going to suggest that what I did was some things I learned when I was in other companies years and years ago it's along the line of goal setting as well as time management skills. And I find that this makes it very easy for me to juggle more than I probably would if I just didn't write it down or plan it out. And I kind of made it interesting. I know, ladies, we kind of get into the markers and the colors and, different color this for that and whatever. But I'm going to tell you something. That stuff works, okay? Because it puts a priority on something. It puts a category. It puts a tag in your mind. This is important. Okay, so you can use a weekly planner. Most of us have something like this on our desk. This is a desk pad or something that you can use out of a notebook or a calendar grid or a weekly planner. I don't believe in spending a lot of money for those because a lot of times I don't even use the whole thing throughout the year and it's a waste of money. So this I paid it's like a little mini desk pad. I bought this in Walmart for like $3.50. Okay, it's a monthly. It's not the weekly. Some of us like the weeklies and the monthlies. Whatever works for you. Okay, that's the first thing I'm gonna tell you to do. The first thing I'm gonna tell you to do is get something that you can keep in front of your face. And you sit down on a weekly basis. I like Sunday nights and Mondays. Mondays is my best day for planning out my whole week. And you sit down, you take that one day out the week and say, okay, everything I need to get done, I'm gonna do this. It's very important that you take the time necessary because starting off with PHP, you got a lot of training to be done, okay? You got a lot of video to look at, you got a lot of things to read, and if you're going in for your licensing, that's a lot of time too. You have to take out the time to do it, and it's very time consuming. And if you don't do it where it works in your favor, you're gonna get frustrated, and you're gonna put it down, and you're gonna miss out on an opportunity for yourself. Okay, so I'm suggesting that you actually get you something that you like to work with, a calendar, a wall calendar, a desk calendar, and a weekly planner, and sit down and plan out how much time you can have to work your business. Now, what I do, if you're going to start off part-time in this business includes, I would say, about 10 hours a month or possibly 10 hours a week. If you're going to do 10 hours a week, then that means you got 5 days of the week you can do 2.5 hours of study or prospecting or talking to a client or invest into yourself, however it works. But it depends on what you're trying to do, what's going on in your life. 10 hours, okay. Just a second. Okay, all right. So that's the morning thing, that's the most important thing. Okay, I'm going to end this clip, guys. I'm going to reiterate that you also check out and stay tuned to your messenger, because this is our way of communicating. We're going to do a weekly video chat where we can actually look at each other and ask questions and communicate with each other. And that helps us draw a little closer so we can be able to support system to each other. But you're going to also have to really be able to stay tuned and abreast to things that I'm sending to you, because information is your power. Information is your background, it's your foundation. It's what you need to do here. Like, you need to get something done this week for the meet a goal. You need to finish your CE credits, or you need to actually do your actual licensing. We have those tools available to you to help you learn faster. When I submit information, that information is for you to help you build, to also help you understand what you're doing. It's a lot to take in, especially if you're brand new to the insurance industry. It's a lot to take in. You're going to have people asking you questions about what it is that you do, because apparently you're excited about it and you're going to try to talk about it, but then you don't really know what to say because you haven't educated yourself on what to say and what you're doing. Remember, our team motto is educate, re-educate, and then create. Education starts with you, so you have to be able to know what you're talking about, and then that information and that education gives you the confidence to do you. And in doing that, making a recommendation for a customer to purchase a life insurance policy from you will not be an issue. It would just roll off of your tongue. The information it'll come natural to you like breathing. And you'll be able to be very successful in your business when you're confident about what it is that you're doing. Okay? Those of us that have been in the insurance industry, I have to go back and re-educate myself basically on how to communicate product line, product availability. For those of you who have not been in the insurance industry, you're brand new to it, product knowledge can be very overwhelming. So you're going to have to really start building right now the time that's necessary, building and investing into yourself time to educate and to stay abreast to what it is that we're offering to the general public. Information that's misinformation or misrepresentation of information is a felony, or in the laws, in insurance laws, violations could be very costly to you as an individual if you do not know what you're talking about, or you misguide somebody, or you misstate some information to a client and they take that to the state or to someone else. You could be sued because you told them something that wasn't correct. So it's very serious. Again, guys, we are professionals, and we are bound by the law and by the state regulations, the Department of Insurance. It is up to us to make sure that we are on top of our game plan. And I would hate to be the one to sit back and say, I told you, or, you took something for granted. I took something for granted and had been in the business for a good 6 months, and I took something for granted based on people that I thought I knew. They were family members, and they misunderstood something I said, and I just kind of brushed it off, and I thought maybe they're not gonna, I didn't do my due diligence or my follow-up. I should have been a little bit more cautious about it, and I didn't, and it cost me. Okay, thank God I didn't get sued for dollars and cents, but I nearly lost my license. So I'm telling you, it's very serious. This is a profession. You're going to have people asking you, your friends or your family or your loved ones going to be saying, why do you want to do that? What's that all about? Or you're never going to make it there, or whatever, or it's too hard, or whatever. No, this, and especially when it comes down to network marketing, because you're going to hear that term a lot in what we're doing. Network marketing is the basis of our business, because we're reaching out and we're networking with other people. You get paid very well for networking with other people. Okay, so when you start to explain this to your friends and your family, they're gonna look at you and say one or two things. They're gonna be with you. They're gonna have your back. They got your rah-rah. That's your fan base. Or they're gonna say, you know what, you're wasting your time. You'll never make it. Okay, this is when you're gonna have to make sure you know what you're doing and you're confidently sold on what you're doing. And then this takes us back to how you're doing it, which is time management. So I want you guys to make sure that you're following through. Starting this week, our upline, Diode Kill, with JCI, is having a bi-weekly. I think he's done it twice a week. Training session, which is basically a meet and greet, and to share and open up information and to further talk about the company, answer any of your questions that I don't have all the answers to, because I'm kind of new to the platform too, and he can help answer questions that I don't know more about the company, got more information than I do about certain things. And because he's our upline, he's got a vested interest in making sure that we are educated, we are doing our very, very best, and we're being successful as well. He holds meetings California time, which is 4 o'clock California time. And if you're on the East Coast, at Eastern Standard Time, it's 7 o'clock our time on a Saturday evening and a Thursday. You need to be on one of those calls. Princess, you are with the children. I believe that you should be able to do the Saturday. Put it on your calendar and don't let a moment go by without you making sure that you do what you need to do to be on that call. For Larry, I'm not sure if he's still able to come aboard or not. It's gonna probably be in our best interest that we all do a Saturday, because we got some other team members who are only available on Saturdays. We have military personnel that's only available on a Saturday, and it's easier for us to get more people that are available on one day than it is for us to get one person that's available on one day and the other ones there. It's much easier for we all to kind of get together on one day of the week. Saturday works real good for me. Now, I'm usually done with all my video production for the week, and that evening time works good for me. Saturday, Eastern Standard Time, which is Florida time, and East Coast time, 7 o'clock, Saturday evenings. At least, if you missed that meeting, then you need to be on chat with us. JGroup3, which is our core group, is me. I haven't scheduled a date exactly when we want to do our meet and greet, but I'll probably see what we can do, and it'll probably like maybe 5 or 10 minutes just to say hello, ask questions. If you run into issues or how to deal with a personality, you just want to have a chit chat. I'm going to see what day of the week that we can actually do that, and if we can reach out to each other. Now that one is not mandatory, but you might want to do that because we are across the state lines. Everybody's in different locations, and we are a team, and that's the best way right now with technology the way it is. This is the best way for us to reach out, touch each other. Okay, so I think that's a wonderful thing. All right, next thing on the list is book recommendations. Again, remember I said you're going to be educating yourself, and a lot of this that you got to do is reading. Lots of video, lots of online training. It gets very monotonous, very boring, very mentally draining, but you got to do it. Okay, so I would suggest that you keep you some high energy food near your desk. Take out the time to do it. I would suggest this. If you're going to be working 10 hours a week, and let's say you already got a job and you're trying to work out of that job so you can do this full time, 10 hours a week is a good schedule. That only equates to 5 days out the week where you have 2.5 hours that you can do something in those days. If you can't do 10 hours, do 5 hours. So that means 4 days or 3 days or 2 days out the week, you're going to put 2 hours into your business. Those 2 hours can go by really quickly when you're reading, when you're studying material, or when you're looking at video. But you got to do it, okay? If you're going to do, that's the first key. You can dream about it, you can get excited about it, you can get all the money you need to get started with it, but if you do not put the time in to educate yourself and to study, you are not going to do this business. That's just all there is to it. You have to be serious about it. The reason I say it that way, because entrepreneurs, we call our own shots. We have freedom. And freedom can be a bondage if you don't know how to utilize freedom properly. So don't take it lightly. So you're your own boss, but you got to have some restraints and discipline. In order to be a successful entrepreneur, you got to know how to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined. And discipline starts with breaking old habits and forcing yourself to do what's a little bit uncomfortable. Draw yourself out of your own comfort zone. Get out the bed a little earlier. Go to bed maybe about 30 minutes later after the house is quiet. And those of us that got kids, I understand. I've been there, done that. My Princess, I know she has children. So it can be very challenging, but it can be done, okay? One of the books I would suggest, a person that is working with another friend of mine, a business partner that's in network marketing with another large company, and he suggested this book, and this is a good one, The Magic of Thinking Big. This is now taking you into mental transformation. If your mindset doesn't change, your income and your position in life will never change. That's why I said our mission is to educate and re-educate. Change your mind. Change your mind by what, Bernadette? How you see money, how you understand money. Recognize that anything over $5 is not rich. Anything over $5 is not poor. Okay, that means that you can't afford to think that I got $5 in my pocket, I'm got a man in the shade, or I got $5 in my pocket and I can't afford to give it up for something that may be worthwhile. If somebody told me, and I had a mindset like that, that's what we call poverty mindset, that, okay, you got $5, right? I got 50. You give me the 5, I'll give you 50 back. But because you're used to that $5 in your pocket, of course it's going to be, the first question is, okay, what's the catch? That seems like there's a catch with that. No catch. Because the person offering the $50 has an ability to recover and to reinvest that money, because he's going to take your 5 and reinvest it and make more than the 50 he's going to give to you. You're going to miss it because you can't see above $5. You're afraid that $5 is going to break you. Oh no, I'm going to get it back. I need this $5 for next week. You may not even live to be, you don't even see next week for $5. Okay? So the illustration seems to be facetious, but the idea is to change your mind about money. So these kinds of books, this is just one of them I'm recommending right now. There's quite a few of them. On the website, when you actually become a part of PHP and you get your logins and you have access to the university, you'll have access to finding a list of what they call a recommended book for every week. And I suggest you start building a library. I love books. I like to read. Okay, so knowledge is power. Applied knowledge is power. Okay. Now, this one, there is a book in here, it's a chapter in here that is really, really a good chapter. And I would suggest when you get the book, you can find it in the library. Probably can, because it's a real old book, The Magic of Thinking Big, and the author is David J. Schwartz. Okay. Chapter number 2 is just really funny, but it's really real. It's really a good chapter. And I like it because it just talks about us. The name of the chapter is Cure Yourself of Excuseitis. In other words, get rid of the excuses, because it's the failure disease. If anything in life is going to make you fail, is a bunch of excuses why you can't get something done. Oh, I got too much going on. Oh, I feel bad today. Oh, my allergies are up. Oh, my kids are getting on my nerves. Oh, I don't have the money. Oh, I can't find the money. I don't know what's going to... we can come up with tons and tons of excuses about why we can't do anything. And then when you look around, you're going, you know what? I could have done it if I really wanted to. But we didn't do it. Okay? So you want to change that. This is what I'm saying. This kind of stuff will help you change your mind. When you change your mind, you'll change your position in life. And in change, your income will change. Okay? All right. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, I want you guys to go to the website, and I think what I'm going to do is, I think I can put some clips on here. If I haven't already given it to you, I can put the website of some of the clips that you absolutely need to see, and I'm going to try and see how much of it I can actually attach to this clip that I'm making for you guys today. And you need to click on that, and it talks about how you make your money. That's another thing you want to be clear on, how you're making your money, okay? That one is the compensation video clip where one of the top guys is explaining it, or Patrick himself is explaining how many ways we make money in this company and what's available to you as you're building your team, if you decide to build a team. You don't want to build a team, say, Bernadette, I just want the idea of just making the money. I don't want the responsibility of taking on an agency. That's fine. You'll make great money being an agent, okay? So those are on there. On the main website, the phpagency.com, where even as you guys are not signed in yet, but signed up, you still have access to the basic information. There is a compensation brochure available to you on there. I'm going to suggest again that you go back to phpagency.com and review that website like you would drink in water. There were 3 different video clips on there. They're very short, that will give you insight on what it is that this company is all about, what we're trying to do, and what your job would be as you become a part of it. And then you'll become more acclimated. Again, find the time. If we can waste an hour to 2 hours on Facebook scrolling and getting sometimes mindless information, and before you know it, you done spent 30, 40, 50 minutes looking for some new post to pop. You could have used that time to recover some real dynamic, basic, productive information that's going to propel you to the next level in your life. I'm going to ask you this: how bad do you really want it? If you really want it, then you're going to do what you got to do to get what you got to get through what you got to get through. Because there is really no excuses. Remember how to cure the excusitis. Stop finding excuses. Just do it. Okay? So that's number one thing. I'm telling you guys again. Go back to the website, phpagency.com. Review it. Review everything you can put your hands on that website. It'll give you a very clear picture about what it is that you'll be expected to do and when you become a part of us, and what the company is all about, especially when you're new to the industry itself. Again, this is a life-changing event. This is a life-changing profession. You would never be the same if you actually take on to this. You take hold of this, you would never be the same. And those of you who have been in insurance before, you know what I'm saying is true. I'm going to also encourage you to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Not only do I do video for the company and professional training, I also have inspirational videos that I do, and those videos are for your spiritual inspiration. Just a second. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. So we were talking about the brochures, the learning, and now we want to, I think that's basically it. Also, again, want you to stay tuned for the clips that come out, and also the inspirational clips that come out on YouTube. I have a lot of things going on in my life right now. Is all I'm very excited about. And oh yes, that's what I'm going to talk about. Okay, now I know some of you may be concerned about the finances that coming into the company. Usually it is a little bit expensive coming into insurance because you got to pay state fees to get licensed and all that kind of stuff. Well, PHP, which is People Helping People, have this wonderful opportunity for you that while you are licensing and going through the licensing process, that you can make some extra money on the side to offset that $200 that you're going to need to get signed in with us, and as well as whatever state fees that you have. We also have where when you're going through us, the courses that you need to take are discounted. So you don't have to pay an outside agency for going through your insurance training classes, which can be very expensive. So we have it where you can go through our resources and utilize the price discounting for your actual state exam courses, which helps you save money. After all, that's what the company's objectives and goals is, to help families save money and to help create wealth. Creating wealth is not just thinking about having $15 million somewhere. Creating wealth also means utilizing the money that you have and spending it wisely. If you can get the same thing that you need to have for less, then why not? Most people call that bargain buying. Most women understand what that means. Okay, so again, the company's got 2 programs that are available to you to be used to help you get yourself covered financially, because sometimes it's a little stretch when you want to do something, and sometimes the money's just not always there. But we can help you put that back, at least $200 of it right away, by helping you offer services to the general public while you are going through your licensing and your training. I think that's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can plug those units in the next time we talk. Matter of fact, I won't do that until actually you actually have come aboard. Okay, so in the meantime, you have enough with what I send you and what I've suggested that you look at, to just get familiar with the company before and while you're waiting to get your funds in, to go ahead and get started. Okay, phpagency.com, that website is fully loaded. So if you don't get a good understanding from it the first time, go back and do it again. Okay, next thing, I'm leaving you with this. I'm getting ready to say goodbye for today. Don't let people steal your dreams. Don't let people take your excitement away. Because some people, everybody has an opinion. Everybody has one. But it doesn't matter. Their opinion means nothing to nobody but themselves. You should feel the same way. You got an opinion too. And it doesn't matter to nobody else what you think or feel about them. It shouldn't. Somewhat. So don't let people steal your dreams. Don't let people take away from you your motivation and excitement about something you feel that can really be a blessing to you, or that can help you get from point A to point E, to climb the next ladder, to make the next level in your life. Don't let people take that away from you. Okay. So again, it's your dream. It's your vision. Don't let dream stealers steal your dream. Okay. So this is what you want to do. You want to sit down. You want to go through your agency books, information rather, on that website. You also want to make sure that you are on the calls. You also want to make sure that you're looking at video. You also want to make sure that we are touching bases. Communication is key. And as long as we are doing that, you're going to be successful. Don't be stressing. Don't be fearful. Don't be scared. Don't be none of that. Be excited. Be bold. Be courageous. Know that you can make it. Know that you will be successful. All you got to do is put forth the effort. God has given us as human beings everything we need to be successful in life. Stop finding excuses of why you can't be successful. All right? That's my clip for you guys for today, the week. Matter of fact, I want you guys to go out, make it a great week. This week, your first assignment is to hone in on your time management skills. Find a time on your calendar and in your life, sit down and actually make a plan of how many days of the week you can actually put in some study time, how many hours. Sit down, look at every day that you got something going on, and schedule out an hour to 2 hours of study time, meditation time, anything that has to do with developing your business. If you don't have, right now, you don't have any appointments scheduled, but you do got a lot of learning and training, make sure that you're following through. Make sure that you're scheduling our chats. Make sure you're scheduling our conferences. Again, Saturday is going to be the number one right now, and you guys need to be on that call. 7 o'clock our time on the East Coast, and that is on a Saturday. And everybody needs to plug in. Okay, this is what we're going to be in video. Matter of fact, make sure when you plug in that it is video and not just phone line, unless you don't have a computer, no way of getting video. You're going to personally meet our upline, which is Daoud Kill. He's our JCI agency CEO. He's the one that's making it possible for us to partner with his agency, which is partnered with PHP Agency, to give us this platform of products and services that would make us stand out in this industry as financial assistants, consultants, counseling people, and helping people build wealth in their businesses. Okay, as stated, you are just not selling insurance. You're just not out there peddling insurance. You are a professional with professional services in your arsenal, and you are a fully loaded cannon available to the general public, and you're going to make an awful lot of money doing what you know to do. Okay, so take it seriously. Be blessed. Let me know if I can answer any questions for you. I'll be there to help you, and I want you guys to have a blessed week. I'll see you soon. Bye.